is Money Monday. If you want to put your college student on the road to fiscal responsibility, getting them their own credit card is a great place to start.
It is, but joining us now for what you need to know about credit cards, specifically for the college student in your life, welcome author of The Broke Millennial, Erin Lowry. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I always appreciate a chuckle on the name.
Yeah, no, I love that, The Broke Millennial. Because I was a broke millennial when I graduated from college. I remember that I graduated with $13,000 in debt, in credit card debt.
Yep.
And so it took so much time to pay that off and figure out how to be responsible. So why should parents look for specific cards?
Well, the big thing to know now is for parents who have college-age students and folks like us, when we went to college, it was really easy to get access to a credit card. That's actually not the case anymore. Now, because of the Credit Card Act of 2009, it's a lot harder for college-age students to get access to a card in the first place, which is a nice consumer protection. So in order to get one, you either need to be 21 years old or have independent income or have a parent co-signer. And the other thing that even pertains to student credit cards, so those cards that are still marketed towards college-age kids, they still have those restrictions and lower credit limits. Plus, some of them have some fun little rewards, like if you have a good GPA, you get a bonus.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Points for grades. What types of credit cards should parents be looking for their students, and what are the benefits there?
Well, the big benefit of having a card in college, if you can avoid credit card debt, is that you're building a healthy credit score in history, and that's huge. So there's three things that parents should consider. The first, if you have good credit, you could just make your child an authorized user on your credit card, which they're basically just piggybacking, a little bit of cheating in the beginning, which is good cheating, we'll endorse it, in order to build their own credit. The second, if you want them to have their own, they could look at a no annual fee student card, but again, they either have to be 21 or have their own income or have you co-sign. So if you're going to co-sign, you better make sure they know how to use that credit card properly. And the third, my favorite, is a secured credit card. So you put down a deposit, usually between $200 and $1,000. It's refundable. That functions as your line of credit. So it's basically a credit card with training wheels. You use it responsibly, improve your credit in a year, get a regular unsecured one.
That is so smart. That is a really smart way to do it. Okay, so what types of credit cards should college students be avoiding, right? Because that's the big key.
Okay, the big one, please do not chase rewards. I know TikTok and Instagram makes it look like you can have these lavish vacations on credit card points, which technically maybe you can. But that's also a very easy way to end up in credit card debt if you're not careful. So don't chase these big sign-on bonuses when you're just learning how to build and establish credit. So what I would recommend is a very simple, no annual fee card. And if you want a little bit of rewards, flat rate cash back on everything.
I imagine for parents it's really hard to have this conversation with their kids because their kids at this point think they're grown-ups. So what advice do you give to parents as they have this conversation, and what advice for these students who, you know, they're 18, they're going off into the world on their own?
Well, it's helpful that the Card Act does protect them a little bit from themselves. And the things that they need to know, first and foremost, the whole point of having a credit card when you're in college is to build that strong credit history and that good score, because that's going to help you immensely after you graduate, help you get an apartment, help you establish yourself. But in order to do that, there's two simple things I want them to know. First and foremost, don't spend more than 30% of your available credit limit. So if you have a $1,000 line of credit, don't spend more than $300 in a month. And that's because of something known as credit utilization, which is a fancy way of saying how much of your available credit do you use. They really don't want you using more than 30%, helps your score. The biggie though, make those payments on time, and on time and in full. You know, we get those statements, it says minimum due, that can be really tricky when you're first learning. Ignore minimum due, pay that full statement balance.
Erin Lowry, thank you so much for all the tips. And Erin's Broke Millennial series is available everywhere that books are sold.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.